All right. Welcome, NorCal Sports Network. Saturday, the Giants wake up. They're bat 16 hits, led by Patrick Bailey on his bobblehead day. Just misses the cycle with a ground rule double. I think he was going to go for 3.
You think he would have made it?
I don't know if he would have made it, but he
would have been good.
It
would have been good effort, though. It would have been good effort.
That would have been fun to watch. It would have had to been, it would have been a deep throw, right? I mean, it would have been.
I think Carroll would have thrown it in. He's got a strong arm. Oh, no, he doesn't. Carroll doesn't have a strong arm, does he?
It's okay. It's average, but it's not. So, man, but they.
Jung Hoo Lee led it off with a leadoff home run.
Lee,
2 hits.
I just put out.
I saw the tweet. Yeah, I have to agree with you. I'd have to agree with you
on Jung Hoo Lee here. Here is my tweet, everybody, on Jung Hoo Lee. So everybody who says I never give the Giants credit or Farhan, there it is. Jung Hoo Lee of the San Francisco Giants will win a batting title during his Major League Baseball career, I believe. He's that good of a hitter. Give Farhan Zaidi credit for aggressively going after his man. The more I watch Lee, the more he grows on me as a very solid all-around MLB player. And let me just comment on that, why I say that. Lee was fouling off pitch after pitch. He had one in the dirt down on inside, and he golfed it down the right field line. 2 pitches later, he goes with the pitch on the outside and just slaps it hard. He's hitting the ball hard into left field for a double that drives in another run. He is going to get nothing but better. And this kid's a ball player. I love his game in center field. I love his way he goes after balls. Being in Arizona, I was able to sign up for the D-backs every game now because I'm in their market, and for only $20 a month, I can watch every Diamondbacks game this year.
You know what I'm liking about Lee going on that? He's driving the balls you're supposed to drive, and then he's going with the pitch with the ones that are, not in the sweet spot. So I like it. I like what I'm seeing so far.
No, I mean,
and yes, it's still an overpay.
I don't know.
It's still an overpay.
How can you say that? You're paying for his future. You're paying for his future.
I get that.
You might have an MVP in 2-3 years.
Maybe that's possible. I'm still gonna say it's an overpay. I'm backing up, man.
I ain't gonna go for the overpay at this point, because $19 million in 4 years is gonna look cheap.
Yeah, it will. I agree.
$19 million in 4 years, and you know what you're gonna end up having to do? He's gonna be walking in 4 years unless you rip up that contract, because this kid is going to be very good. He's 25 and he's just learning the major leagues, and he's doing it. And he's adjusting. He's adjusting on the fly.
And right now look at the difference between a lineup from last night to tonight, though. The guy's got to be in there every day as much as possible. I mean,
he does, but you want to give him a day off now and then. It was a Thursday night after a road trip, right?
Mm-hmm.
No, Friday night. He took Friday night off. He took Friday night off. I don't know. He's young enough where he probably can keep playing, but this kid's going to be a really good ball player. I was a little bit worried when I saw the constant ground ball rate, but it's like he's a good enough hitter, good enough athlete. You could tell, hey, I'm going to go out and say, I'm not going to say he's going to be, but potentially he could be the Giants version of the Mariners Ichiro. He could be that type of player.
You're throwing out the Ichiro already, huh? Ooh.
I'm seeing similarities the way he approaches the ball.
Right.
I am. I'm seeing, and he's got an ethic, a work ethic. He's got everything about him says like potential star, And here's what I want to say about Farhan. We rip him for waiting and waiting and waiting and waiting and waiting to get his guy, and
he got this guy
price to come down for Snell, waiting. We say, why don't you just be like the Dodgers and go out, and they know what they wanted. They wanted Ohtani, they wanted Yamamoto, and they didn't waste time, and they went and got him. Well, Farhan didn't waste time. He went out and got him, and it could turn out to be a great deal. I don't think, even if he doesn't do anything more than what he's doing now, hitting 289, and he hits 289 and plays solid defense, and he hits you.
You can't ask for anything more, right?
10 home runs, and he's a solid. I mean, I don't know. I mean, right now he's having a better year than Corbin Carroll.
He is right now, right?
Right now, this year. But, baseball is a game of adjustments, and pitchers will figure it out. I mean, people have kind of found Carroll's couple of spots that he can be vulnerable in, and they're attacking that, and Carroll will have to adjust, and he will. I've also heard Carroll may be dealing with a little bit of an injury with the shoulder, so.
He had that issue last year, remember?
Yeah, it could be a long-term issue, they were saying.
Right.
I'm listening to the Arizona broadcast, and he's swinging more open, like, more of a like not a compact swing, but more looping. I think that takes a little pressure off the shoulder.
I see.
So
because he dislocated it or something like that, right? Wasn't it last year? Or it looked really bad. I mean, he came back pretty soon.
Yeah. But Patrick Bailey, who I've been kind of critical of, I do think he definitely will come back to earth. But heck, 4 for 4, 3 RBIs, and just monster mashed that home run and the ball went right into the kayak.
How about that?
The ball went straight and didn't touch down. It wasn't a true splash hit.
Yeah, right.
It didn't splash.
Almost sunk it.
Yeah, they should call that it's a 103rd Giants splash hit. They should leave it at 102 and call it a kayak hit. The one kayak hit. I mean, right in the. I mean, it almost went down the lady's top.
Huh.
It just went boom, right. I don't even know how I don't know if she caught it. I gotta view it again, or if it just landed in her lap. But wow. I mean, I don't know if she saw it. I mean, I would have been looking up with a glove. Like
they probably weren't paying attention. They were just having fun out in the damn cove.
I don't know. It just boom, right in the yeah. So Miller's call, he said it was wet off the bat, probably.
He probably, unless he's watching the broadcast. He probably saw it go over the wall, so yeah.
I mean, on the broadcast I was watching here in Arizona, as soon as he hit it, they said, that thing's long gone. As soon as he hit it. Yeah, I mean, the wind was going out to right field today a little bit, so a little bit more, carry, but he got a hold of it. No, you're right, Kyle. It never hit the water. Yeah, so pretty amazing. So Giants played a very, very solid game today. I think they played their two best games in so far this year in this series, Thursday night and today.
Right. Yeah.
Concerns of today, I would say, is Kyle Harrison.
Kyle Harrison only went, yeah.
Yeah, not so much the innings, but the pitches. He doesn't have good command right now. He went 4 innings pitched, and that's because he threw
that last inning. Yeah, was
how many? Let's see, 74 pitches, 46 strikes. He's high a lot on the arm side with that fastball. If his velo is right around 92 to 94, now it's deceptive because of his delivery, and it gets on him faster. But if players learn to figure out that delivery and where the release point, and if you study, and where that release point is going to be, he's going to get hit hard at 92, 93 on a fastball that's it's coming in at 93, but it's closer to 97 with the feel of it, because he releases it and it's boom, it's on you. But this was a big victory for him today. Everybody looked good. The bullpen, Walker, 2 Ks, 1 inning pitch.
Eric Miller, man. Whew.
Miller, 2 Ks. Taylor Rogers shut him down. Tyler Rogers got the nice double play and a strikeout. And the Duvall, 3 strikeouts. Faced 3 guys, 3 strikeouts. Yep. Camilo Duvall threw how many pitches?
He didn't throw that
16.
many.
16 pitches.
Perfect.
Yeah, so 3K.
I like what Devil Advocate says. He says, talking about Harrison, velocity is down on a fastball from last year. Less walks. Looks like they're trying to fix his control. Saw something similar with Hicks and his velo. That's possible. Maybe they're saying, hey, don't throw as hard. Maybe you could get a little bit more control. But he kind of lost it there towards the end when he got yanked. But
all right. So Robert says this team is for real. Robert, it's 1 game in the standings. They lost 17-1 last night. Baseball is a game of ups and downs. They haven't been able to win 3 games in a row yet this year, okay? So until they start winning, go on a winning streak of at least 3 in a row, today they had a plan, and they came out and hit the ball well. Even Chapman came in and got 2 hits, and he raised his average right to about where it's going to end up this year. He's at 224.
Yeah, he had 2 hits.
Yep. Yeah, he went 2 for 2, so he raised his average of like 20-plus points. I think he's going to be right in that 225 to 235 range for the season. The guy that's really struggling right now at the plate is Soler and Estrada. Those are the 2 guys that are really. Yaz actually got 2 hits today.
He did.
The one he hit off the wall looked like he might have did something to his hammy or something out of the batter's box.
His ankle. Did you see?
Was it his ankle?
Yeah, he rolled it.
It was okay, just an ankle. I couldn't tell what the heck it was. Yeah. So tomorrow they go for the series win.
That would be huge.
Their second series in a row. That's what you got to do if you want to climb in the standings. Start winning series.
Win series, exactly. Yep, you win series, then you're in a good spot. And a 4-game series at that. That's good. That's huge. That's going to be big for them.
Yeah, it's Kelly's been pitching well this year. So
was Gallen. Gallen looked like crap today.
But you got Jordan Hicks going tomorrow. So this is an opportunity for the Giants to take the series. So this could be a big day tomorrow for the Giants. Nick Ahmed kind of golfed one out there for a hit on a pitch that was down in the dirt. And he just reached out and tapped it out there. The Arizona announcers obviously very familiar with Ahmed and said this is kind of what he does. He can swing at bad balls and just get him into play. Looking here at the overall box score, Patrick Bailey, what can you say? Like I said, have a day, 4 for 4 on your bobblehead day.
Yeah, that you can with almost a cycle.
Yeah, that would have been fun. That would have been fun to see him squealing around second base, trying to leg out a triple on a ball to left center field, which is you don't see too many triples hit off the wall, one hop off the wall in left center.
Nah, not there.
Yeah. Would have been tough.
He was chugging though. He was chugging.
Yeah. He knew he had a shot for the cycle.
This guy has a point here. It's not a kilt. Says the people who were quote unquote right about Jung Hoo Lee didn't even know why he was going to be good. It was based on feels. Doubt they could assess A and AA players, which is the level of guesswork involved with KBO players.
I don't even know if KBO's. I think it's more like AA than A personally.
I know. Yeah, I think it's more AA. Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's what it seems like.
Yeah. I mean, but there's probably a lot of players that aren't that good.
Right.
I mean, you only have so many to draw from, but Jung Hoo Lee is a guy that, he's an enigma. The guys they're every now and then, I mean, how many great hitters have come out of Japan? Really? How many great hitters can you name on one hand that have come out of Japan?
Great hitters?
Yeah,
2.
Great hitters.
Well, I guess actually 1 to be honest. Great hitters.
Who was the second one you were thinking of?
Well, we'll see this year, Ohtani, when he's not having a pitch.
Oh, yeah. I forgot about how can I forget about Ohtani? I was thinking pre Arichio.
Per Ichiro? No, there's
Ichiro.
none, right?
Per Ichiro. No, was there
None.
any great hitter?
Not great.
Ichiro?
Matsui, but I don't know if you call him great. Right?
He was really good. Let's just pull up his stats.
Pull up his numbers. There you go.
Yeah, let me pull up what's his first name? Hideki or something? Hideki
Matsui.
There he is. Let's just take a look at his numbers. Because I guess my point is what I'm going to make is, okay, here's Matsui, lifetime hit 282, 175 homers in 4,442 at bats. Nothing. I mean, good.
That's good, but you're saying great. That's good, though. That is good.
That's good. I mean, he had some home runs. Look at that. Yeah, he had 31, 23. Okay, so let's put Ichiro and Suzuki as or Matsui, I mean. Ichiro and Matsui as the top hitters to come out of Japan prior to Ohtani.
Right.
And in the KBO, we've had the Choi. What is it? Choi? Who's the kid from Tampa Bay?
Yeah, that's Troy. And he also had what's his name from oh my God, he played with Cincinnati and Texas. I can't think of him. He was Korean, but he was, I think, growing up in the United States. What's his name? I can't think of his damn name. He was a really good hitter too. Not a whole lot of power, but he was a good hitter. Yeah, Shin Chu. Thank you. Thank you. Gangsta.
You had a couple guys. The Giants had a guy years ago that he really didn't cut it. About 10 years ago. I can't remember his name now.
Oh, yeah. He made it out of spring training, but didn't stay in the majors very long.
And then they had the guy in the World Series.
Jung Ho Kang. He was good until he started driving.
Who was the guy the Giants had in the World Series years? But he was Japanese, right?
Akoi, right?
Yeah, Akoi. Aoki or something.
Aoki.
He was Japanese. He was Japanese. Nori.
Yeah, DUIs.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you had him. You have Kim down in San Diego. So my point is, we look at guys and we say, nobody's ever come out, but nobody ever did what.
Yes, poop butchered.
Nobody came out of, like Arichio with the Mariners in Japan. So all of a sudden he was a star. Yeah, Ishikawa. Yeah, he did hit the big homer against the Cardinals to win the the pennant for the Giants in 14. But I'm talking about I'm not talking about guys that, did something here and there, moments.
You're looking for the career.
Yeah. I mean, a Hall of Fame career.
Yeah.
So I don't know if, I mean, it's way too early. I'm only looking at Lee's potential as a hitter. I see a guy with great command of the strike zone. He struck out a little bit more probably than he's used to striking out, but he's still around 10%, which is great. The guy is going to be as he gets better and better and more confident, right now he's realizing I can play. Winfield Scott says, yeah, Bailey will be back to hitting 180 here soon enough. Yeah, Bailey will come way down to earth. Bailey is not going to even hit 250 this year. If Bailey
the longer the season goes on.
Yeah. Bailey hits 250, the Giants are going to be in good shape.
Yeah, I agree. Yes. If he hits 250, the Giants are in good shape. Yeah.
If Bailey hits 250 this year, things are going well for the Giants. But this is this is encouraging to me to see Jung Hoo Lee do what he's doing. Even his outs are, sometimes on the line,
Mm-hmm.
He's hitting the ball hard. So the guy, I mean, in one at bat, he went down the right field line, just barely foul, missing a double past the first base bag. And then a few pitches later hits it down the left field line.
The left field line.
Because the ball, that's a rarity. I'm sorry. That's a rarity. People don't do that in the big leagues. Guys.
Yeah, his opposite field approach is really nice.
Yeah, he's balanced. He's very balanced. And you know what? I'm going to give you your unsung hero of today's game. You ready for it?
Let's hear it.
I'm going to type it out right now. Unsung hero. Right there. What did he do to say he's the unsung hero? Anybody? How much were you paying attention? Can anybody get it in the chat? Let's see. Played third
and first.
Nope. 100 hit. I don't know if that was it. Nope, that's not.
Sack fly.
Nope.
Strikeout.
It was. He did get a sack fly, which was good. Nobody's got it yet.
Manufacturing runs, says Holy Smokes. Walked for Bailey Bomb.
No, he didn't walk for the Bailey Bomb. He got a base hit.
I'm just reading what the chat's saying.
He got a base hit.
He got a hit off a starting pitcher. Yeah, that's right. He had a weird stat where he's never had a hit off a starting pitcher. Weird.
In the fifth inning, let me pull up the summary here. Summary. 2 outs, bottom of the fifth. What did Flores do? Kept the inning going for Bailey's home run. That is good baseball. Wilmer Flores.
Oliver said, oh, yeah, 2 out hit, and he's the unsung hero.
Yep, 2 out hit. 2 out hit. The game was tied 3-3.
Mm-hmm.
All of a sudden, Gallen gets Flores. You're going into the top of the 6th with a 3-3 tie.
Mm-hmm.
But we remember the crushed home run by Bailey. But there is no 2-run Bailey home run without Wilmer Flores getting a base hit. And yeah, before you get too excited about the Dodgers out there sinking, this is a long, long season. And
the
Dodgers will get in their groove at some point.
They did this last year too. They started off. They had
when they get in their groove, all of a sudden they just hit the Jets and it's going to be lights out. So Orange Custom says the Ohtani curse. Wouldn't that be something? Wouldn't that be absolutely hysterical if the Dodgers make the playoffs with like Ohtani goes, I'm going for the sure thing. The team that's been in the playoffs 11 straight years, with 10 division titles, and then they don't make the playoffs. It'd be kind of like, oh my goodness. But I don't see that happening. I mean, a meteor would have to hit Dodger Stadium for the Dodgers not to make the playoffs. I mean, seriously, just to get one wild card out of that. Yeah, come on. Yes, Lydia, you're correct. Giants need to get in a groove and start winning. They have not won 2 games in a row, but tomorrow would be a big boost by winning 2 games in a row and winning a series 3 out of 4, and winning 4 out of 5 because you took the final in Florida, in Miami. So that would be a step in the right direction. Tomorrow, if they can win, they'd be 1 game under 500 at 11-12. So these 2 teams are actually tied going into tomorrow, I believe, at 10-12.
10-12.
Yeah, that is correct.
For the sole possession of 3rd place, right? For now.
Yeah. Giants are 6-4 in their last 10. San Diego lost again today. Did they? Have they played already?
Let me see.
No, tonight.
I was going to say, my buddy Merrill hasn't gone, so
2 in a row. They've lost 2 in a row. Pirates are doing what they did last year. They're starting to lose now. Nationals beat the Astros today in extra innings. Marlins beat the Cubs in game 1. Baseball is a funny game because, lousy teams can beat good teams. And the Mets are up on the Dodgers 6-4 in the top of the 9th down at Chavez Ravine. So guys, we're looking at a club that played good today, and you got to win these games against your division rivals, especially at home. And when you lose 17-1, you want to come out and make a statement. And Jung Hoo Lee, right off the bat, home run, leading off the bottom of the first. So after the Diamondbacks had scored, so the Giants, it was important to answer. That's the first time the Giants or the Diamondbacks have lost this year when jumping out first to a lead. So that was when it went up 1-0. I thought, oh boy, Diamondbacks going to keep their streak alive. They've won every game. Every game they've won, they've been up first. They scored first. They do put up a lot of runs in the first inning. They lead Major League Baseball, in runs scored in the first inning. So tomorrow it'll be important for Hicks to shut him down. Senior, you're starting to sound like Robert.
Oh my gosh, Senior, you're sounding like Robert. We might have to put you and Robert together in the boiler room. This is game 22.
We're 1.5 out. Oh man. I'm not even looking at standings right now when it comes to 1.5 or 4 out. It's just like, so, it's nice not to be 7 out right now.
Yeah, right.
But
I'm looking more at just run differential to see how many runs are being put up or given up.
Kyle says ban senior.
That's tough. Damn.
Ban him, huh? So yeah. Okay. So yeah, this was a overall, like I said, I think they played their 2 best games of the season in this series. Webb's
so far, yeah.
A web gem. A web gem is usually a great catch.
Correct.
But a web gem now is
Webb had a good game on the mound.
Web gem on the mound. Yes. So
let's see what Hicks does tomorrow. Should be exciting. His last outing was a little bit so-so. We'll see how he does today back home.
It'll be interesting to see how long
he can go.
Yeah, that and yeah. And I'm also thinking of Fitzgerald. How I guess Fitzgerald is a guy that they feel like maybe they want to develop Luciano more by playing him every day, and Fitzgerald they figure isn't their long-term solution as a starter, but more of a utility guy.
Maybe.
And because he wasn't at third base today, it was Flores,
right?
Which is nice to see Flores in the game, and Wade. Wade continues to hit. He had
another 2 hits. Yep.
Lamont Wade is now batting. Well, come on, pull that back up here.
He's up there.
388. Wow.
Yeah.
You know what? I want to check something out here because he probably doesn't have enough. I don't know if he has enough bats, but let's take a look at what
He has quite a few. He started a lot of games.
All right, so let's pull this up here, and let's take a look at this, and we'll go here and here, and all the buttons you got to push to share something. Okay, batting average. He does not have enough at bats because he
really interesting.
Because he
should be in the top. Yeah,
wasn't he hitting about? Where is oh, look at Mason Wynn, the shortstop, St. Louis. 321. Anybody have him in fantasy?
Yeah, someone does. Can't remember.
Nick Ahmed. Oh, this is through today because he's batting 292 now. Unless his let me see how many Wade at bats Wade has this year. Wade has 49 at bats. What's the criteria here?
That's what I want to know. Where are the ABs at? 78, 90, 72, 87, 73. Yeah, see, a lot of these guys
58 I wonder if it's like so many plate appearances per game or 50 at bat. I mean, he's right there. 49, 55 is the lowest. Maybe a couple more games from now, if Wade gets 8 at bats and gets a couple hits and goes 2 for even, 2 or 3 for 8, maybe he's leading the league in hitting. Wouldn't that be something to see? Let's see. Jung Hoo Lee should be in here at 289. Let's see, 292, 49. Jung Hoo Lee, 289, 56, tied for 56 with Tatis. Connor Joe.
All
right. So, I bet you this is just the National League? Wait a minute. All MLB.
All of MLB.
Where's Quan from Cleveland? There he is, 12. 349. He's dropped a little bit lately. Okay. Interesting. Wow, Will Smith's up there, 356. Once you get over 100 at bats, 125 at bats, your batting average doesn't move so drastically.
So, yeah, it starts solidifying there.
Yeah.
Has to be 3.3 plate appearances a game, Dan, to qualify. That's what Jim Thurkel says.
I figured it was plate appearances. So per game, how many games the Giants played?
22.
What's their record? 10 and 12?
10 and 12.
So 22 times 3.3 is 72.6 plate appearances. I don't know how many walks, sack flies, and all that stuff that Wade has this year, but he can't be too far off because he's played in a lot of games.
Yeah, I figured he would have qualified. Interesting.
Yeah. What else is out there as far as let's see what the team statistics are. Let's look at the team hitting. Oh, I want stats. I want team. Okay, batting average. Where do you think the Giants are? I haven't even looked. Where do you think they are?
Man, see, we got a couple of guys that have decent averages. They're probably middle of the road. I'll say middle of the road.
I'm going to say about 21.
Oh, you say 21? I'd say it's middle of the road.
That's 15.
Right around there.
16. You're
Look at that.
Yeah. Runs scored.
Ooh, no, not good. Because we looked at that the other day.
I bet you they're 23rd.
20. Yeah, that might be somewhere around there.
19. Huh. Wow, look at teams below them. The Phillies. The Mariners. Mariners are that low? That's kind of interesting. RBIs. What do you think? Look at the Diamondbacks. They're right up there. Runs scored, they're 1. RBIs, they're 1.
Sounds like their pitching's kind of been failing them.
Braves are up there raking right at 1-2 with hitting. Look at their team batting average, 290. What was the Giants' team batting average? 241. Okay. Home runs. Baltimore. I bet you the Giants got to be about 20 on this.
Yeah, they don't have very many home runs.
19. They're 18 homers. They're 19th in baseball. What is stolen bases? They're probably 27th.
Yeah, they only started stealing them right after the second week, right? Yeah, 23rd.
23rd. Okay, they moved up. Strikeouts. Oh, they got to be down near the bottom. They were last year bad. I bet you they're 22. Wait.
Strikeout as the most. Okay, yeah, that you have it right.
Wait a minute.
Boston has struck out the most. Then the Dodgers.
Is this pitching or wait a minute?
Oh, good question. No, it's batting. I'm looking at it. You got it over batting.
Okay. So this is, wait a minute. All right. 170.
Right in the middle.
Wow, that surprises me the Dodgers are that high.
I know. Wow. Pirates are up there too.
What else?
Look at that batting average, though. They got all those strikeouts, but they have a 261 batting average.
How about the Dodgers? Yeah.
Like the other teams, look at that. Like the Red Sox, they got 207 strikeouts, but they got a 229 team average.
Right. Let's take a look at pitching.
Giants should be up there in pitching.
Giants should be 8 or 9.
Well, after yesterday's freaking 17, that might have really put a dampener in it. Yeah.
Ooh.
Holy.
Oh, their ERA. Look at that.
Yeah. After yesterday. Oof.
Wow.
It's inflated big time. Yeah. That 17 runs does not help. Golly. Whew.
Let's look at WHIP. Where are they? 22nd.
22nd.
Interesting. That's I'm a little concerned.
They don't have defense. Oh, check out fielding. How are they doing fielding? Because last year they started off being the last and they finished being last.
Well, they're ninth.
They're better. Good.
That's actually really good that's a huge improvement.
Huge improvement. They were dead last last year. The whole damn season they were dead last.
Well, that's because of basically probably Chapman, Ahmed, and Lee. Right? I mean,
yeah.
Up the middle, you got stronger.
Yep.
Dodgers lose. So does that mean standings wise? Is that updated? 12 and 11?
Yeah, we were 10 and 12. Yeah, that should be right. Yep.
They were 12 and 10. Yeah. So game and a half there, half game San Diego. Look at that. One game separates the top 4 teams in the loss column. One game.
Yeah, it's 22 games in. Let's see what happens after the All-Star break.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it's a long season, guys. Very, very long season. You enjoy games like today. You take them, you stuff them in the win column. It's what I said last night. The beauty about baseball is, you lose 45-0 in football. It's a long week.
It's a long week, but for baseball, you play it the next day. Yeah.
Especially after a night game and you got a day game.
Yes. And
you're basically out there 18 hours later, 15, 16, whatever it is. And you're out there and you come back and, you put that one to bed.
That's the beauty of baseball, right? You could go out there one day, have the big old clunker, crap all over yourself. And then the next day you come out and you put up some heroics. It's fascinating. I absolutely love this game. That's what I love about the game of baseball, because it doesn't last long until you get into, of course, the playoffs. You get towards the end of the season, then every game matters. But during the regular season, it's awesome.
Yeah, it's a long, long season. Where teams are at here on April 20th is not where teams are going to be on July 20th.
Yeah, exactly. Yep.
Okay. When we get in, there's a reason it's called the dog days of summer.
Mm-hmm.
When you get into
August,
July and August, and got those long road trips and you're playing in humid Chicago.
Yep.
Or Cincinnati.
Where are they playing in August this year? Here, let me look just to get an idea of where they have to go on a road in August, because that makes it tough.
They got right here. Let's see. They have in August, they are going to Detroit. Ooh, 4 in Atlanta.
Oh, no. That's at home.
Oh, wait, I'm looking at the wrong. Yeah, they go to Washington. They go
Cincinnati,
to Cincinnati, Washington. Lucky. Seattle's good. That's indoors.
Seattle's good. Cool. A's is good.
Milwaukee's indoors.
Oh, they have a good hockey schedule. I mean, granted, you still got Atlanta in there, but
September's you got San Diego, and then you got a break home, and then you go to Baltimore, KC, and Arizona. They have 2 long homestands this year, which they're currently on one of them, a 10-game homestand. The next long homestand comes in May. So they get them out of the way early. They just got off their long road trip. Or actually, I mean, they're going on their first long road trip after this homestand. They go to Boston, Philly, and Colorado. They've got a 10-game road trip. But then they come home for their second long homestand, which is 9 games, 3 against Cincy, 3 against LA, and 3 against Colorado. Because of this balanced schedule now, there's no longer 3 or 4 9-game. There used to be several 3-city trips. Now it's 2-city trips with they have 2 3-city trips during the year. And their first one is starting April 30th, but then they don't have another long trip in June, July, or August. Their next long trip happens to be right at the end of the season, which is kind of tough. They've got a 9-game trip and they're out of their last 12. That's kind of tough scheduling.
That's tough.
They got Baltimore for 3, Kansas City for 3, and then at Arizona for 3.
Ooh, that might have some.
That could have some
wild card implications.
Yeah, that can have some bearing, that road trip. I mean, you kind of want to get those 9-game road trips. You're getting your 2 9 or 10-game homestands done early.
Mm-hmm.
Your next 9-game homestand is in June, as I mentioned. It's in May. So early May, by the 19th of May, the Giants are finished with 3-team homestands. Then they only have 2 after that. At the end of May, they've got Philadelphia, New York, 3 each. And then in June, they got Houston for 3 and the Angels for 3. And then in June, they've got the Cubs for 4 and the Dodgers for 3. July, they got Toronto for 3 and Minnesota for 3. And then in July, they have Colorado for 3 and Oakland for 2. So it's a little 5-game homestand. Then in August, they get what is similar to a 9-game homestand. It's broken up. They've got 3 with Detroit and 4 at Atlanta at home. Then they go to Oakland for 2, and then they're back home for 3 against the White Sox. So that's kind of a nice little window there, because Oakland is it's basically a home game. I mean, you're playing literally 30 minutes,
Yeah, from home.
Yeah,
exactly.
It's just a trip over the Bay Bridge.
Yep.
So in that instance, they're pretty good there. So it should be a Giants will be in this thing all the way into September, I believe.
Yep.
The question is do they have enough? And that was not going to be answered until late. This team will change direction here at points of the season when it comes to injury. Right now, they're fighting off the injury bug to position players, which is pretty remarkable. They have none. They don't have one guy that has been hurt.
Nope. Not at all. Which is good. That's what you want, right?
Wait a minute. Yes, it is. This perplexes me, this one. I love the Dodgers is his moniker, but he says, you guys played well today. Go Giants.
Hey,
go Giants, and I love the Dodgers. I don't know if he seriously loves the Dodgers, or if he is a Dodger fan and maybe wants to see a rivalry reborn. I don't know. Go Giants. I'm rooting for you guys to be great. Maybe to bring back the real rivalry of the Giants Dodgers. That's good for baseball. It's good for baseball, and the Giants and Dodgers are good. So, but anyway, guys, it was a good game today. Giants played very well. And the stars of the game. I'm going with PB. Is my number 1 star of the game, plus bobblehead. Number 2, I am going with Jung Hoo Lee.
Speaking of which, something you forgot to talk about. He's on an 11-game hitting streak right now.
That's right. That's right. Star number 3. Who do I want to give 3 to?
Can't be Harrison.
No, it's no pitch.
Wade had 2 hits. Chapman had 2 hits.
All right, I'm gonna bunch.
Duvall had 3 strikeouts.
Yeah, Duvall was going to be my guy because he was perfect. 3 strikeouts, 3 up, 3 strikeouts. Also, Chapman was 2 for 2. So, and Yaz was 2 for 4. So, number 3 is a toss-up. I'm going to give it to, even though it wasn't a pressure situation, I'm going to give it to Duvall for not monkeying around.
Just went out there, took care of business.
Yeah, just close the door. Don't get guys on base. No issues with
the pitching clock.
Yeah, just get in there and throw smoke. What do we got here? I don't understand what that last comment is. Am I seeing, is this Japanese or Chinese?
It's something.
These little deals.
But they're saying, thank you. I'm glad we're rooting for you. I'm glad we won San Francisco. I'm guessing in San Francisco.
Yeah. Good old JHL. Boris says 7 for 15, 3 base on balls, 2 Ks, 467 average in the KBO against.
He's got some ownage against Merrill Kelly.
Whoa. Bora doing the deep down dirty research for the NorCal Sports Network. He's that student that knows how to look up things. 7 for 15. And Merrill Kelly pitched in the KBO, huh?
Yeah, I think he did before he came to the Diamondbacks, right?
Interesting. Huh. Oh, that's Korean. Okay. This is Korean.
But there you go.
7 hits and 15 at bats. Please cheer for Lee Jung Hoo tomorrow.
Hey, Mario wants to hop on one of these days there, Dan.
Yeah, we'll have to
We haven't done that one in a while where we just put out the link. Normally, no one ever comes on.
Yeah, we'll have to do that. Maybe we're going to end the show here because, Saturday and got some stuff I got to get done. And but we'll be back tomorrow afternoon, about the same time, probably 3:30, 3:45.
I put it up for 3:30, but it went a little bit long. I just left it. Probably like a minute after 3:30.
Let's get tomorrow 3:45.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Anyway, guys, big ball game. Giants get a win and go for the series win tomorrow.
That's going to be big for this. Yeah. That's a big, considering how they kind of started off the season.
They win tomorrow. They are sitting at 11-12. They're 10-12 now, right?
Right.
Hey, the idea is get to or above 500 on this homestand.
Right. And they're going to be playing, we play the Mets next year, right? The Giants play the Mets next?
Next week, not next year.
But after this series, right?
Yeah, just teasing you.
And what I'm saying is they're beating the Dodgers, so they're going to be coming into San Francisco hot. They're going to have some momentum, so the Giants can't mess around. Take care of business.
Yeah, you want to beat the Mets because they're going to be a team might have to compete with.
Correct.
And the one thing you got to realize about the Mets, they don't have the star pitching that they had last year in Verlander and Scherzer, but an owner like that, if they're in the race, he can go get somebody. He'll spend money. So you don't have a salary cap. So you got to realize that teams like that, the Phillies, they're willing to spend. So, all right, everybody, have a great afternoon. We'll see you tomorrow after the Giants Diamondbacks series finale. It'll be
Hicks versus
Jordan
Kelly.
Hicks versus Merrill Kelly on the mound, and should be a good one. We'll be back joining you tomorrow about 3:45. Until then, Have a great one.
Woo!